Good morning everyone, it's Heather Cooper with Playing with Paper Crafting, and I'm here for my regular Monday morning live video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm not going to be doing a card. So we're going to be doing a bookmark, and my main purpose in doing the bookmark is to show you a trick with the Stamparatus to make doing mass production die cuts quick and easy. So this is probably a pretty well-known trick, but some of you may not have run across it before. We always tell you to stamp first and then die cut. In this case, with our Stamparatus, we're doing things the other way around. We're going to die cut first and then stamp. And that makes things so much faster and easier because you don't have to line up that the die around the stamped image every time and try to get it exact before you die cut. You can just randomly die cut everything really quickly, and then once that's done, then you can stamp the images. So we're going to get started on that. I think I'll turn this one sideways, it's a little bit easier to see. These were the bookmarks that I sent around with all my new catalogs, so anybody that got a new catalog would have got one of these. We're using all the new in colors today, the 2021 to 2023 in colors. So that includes Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, and Fresh Freesia. So we'll be using those today. I'm just going to get my wipe out because we're going to need that to clean everything. So the first step would be to get a large piece of paper, white paper probably, and so this is, I think this is Whisper White, but I still have lots of that left, but now everybody needs to use basic white because we have run out of our stores of Whisper White. So you take a fairly large sheet of that. This is probably 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you die cut whatever it is that you're going to be doing multiple die cuts of it. You make it one die cut right in the middle of it. So then you can mount that die cut on your Stamparatus. Now this is a photopolymer. This is a photopolymer stamp. If you can see that, maybe I should move over here a little bit. This is a photopolymer stamp, and because of that I have the adapter mat on here, the foam mat, which you need when you're using a photopolymer stamp. The nice thing is now that Stampin Up has these beautiful grid printed foam mats that adapt to the size, so it's really good. You need the foam too because photopolymer stamps don't have that foam like our regular rubber stamps do, so this just gives that little extra give so that you get full coverage when you stamp. Okay, so once you've cut one out and you've got your template and you've got it in place, then you're going to take your photopolymer stamp and you're going to place it right inside that template. And it might take you 2 or 3 tries and a couple of extra die cuts just to make sure you've got it in the right place. Then you pick it up on the flap of your Stamparatus, and once you've stamped a few, then you'll know, 1 or 2, then you'll know when you've got it in the exact right place. And I've done that. I've made sure that it's in the right place. And so now, then you're going to just die cut however many of these little guys you need. When I was doing these, I needed probably about 60 of them because I needed 5 per bookmark, and then I needed about 12 bookmarks. So that gave me the need for 60. So once you've got them all die cut, then all you need to do is place one of them in the template there, stick it right in there, and then ink up whatever color you want to use. Ink up your, let's move this over so you can see again what I'm doing. Then you're going to ink up your stamp. Don't worry if you get over inked on your platform, it won't end up on the paper. Okay, then you're going to rub it really well, and voila, you've got your die cut ink stamped. And then I like to use my take your pick tool to pick it up and move it to the side. Okay, then we're going to put another one in. I'm going to clean up my flap here and my stamp. And I'm going to pick the next color. I think I'll save Evening Evergreen for the last. Use Pale Papaya here. I'm saving Evening Evergreen till the end because it's the darkest. Okay, got that good and inked. And if it doesn't stamp properly, the nice thing about the Stamparatus is you can try again. So I'm just rubbing that down on there. And see, it didn't come out all that well. Looks like it needs more ink. So the beauty of the Stamparatus is you can re-ink that without worrying about having the lines blurred or messing it up. That looks better. So we'll just use the take your pick tool to get that out of there. If you haven't heard about the take your pick tool, it's a great little tool. It's got so many different attachments. The tool has a putty head there that's sticky and that you can use to pick up little pieces. Okay, the next color we'll do is polished pink. That's pretty intense color. See how that stamps. This is just one of the great things that the Stamparatus can do. You can do pattern stamping with it using the hinges. Of course, you can re-stamp something if you didn't stamp it right in the first place. I use it for large background stamps because it's wonderful for those. And there's all sorts of little tricks you can do with it, but this is one of my favorites. Okay, we'll use the soft succulent. I used to get all worried about all that over ink and try to wipe it away before I stamped, before I finally learned that it did not matter because it didn't impact anything. And I stopped fussing about it. Just cleaned it up in between stamping so it wouldn't get on my ink pads, you know, when I change colors. Not sure what's going on there. Okay, and the last one, guess I better put the seashell in the template. But just think if you're making like mass Christmas cards or something and you have die cuts that you need multiples of, how fast that would be. And there we go, that's the last one. So I'm just going to clean this up and then I'll add the seashells to the bookmark, and that will be my tip for the day. So we're just going to use some glue dots. Start with our pale papaya at the bottom. Put that one over there. Soft succulent. I got it. Up there. Evening evergreen. Up there. Polished pink. There, and finally fresh freesia. And then with a little ribbon at the top, that bookmark would be ready to go. So quick and easy. If you are interested in a Stamparatus, you can find one by looking at your accessories index, and it is on page 144 right here, Stamparatus, and they are $67. And you get all that you need, including the mat, the mat that I was talking about, and the magnets, and 2 of the flaps. Okay, great. Well, that's my quick and breezy Facebook Live this morning. It's Heather Cooper from Playing with Paper Crafting, and I'll just say goodbye this morning. Thanks. Bye-bye.